Hey, what is up guys? So we are going to be taking a look at a few new cards coming out in the game. In addition to that, we'll also check out a very sweet anime status replay of a Quasar that hits for 8,000. But anyways, let's go ahead and jump right into it with our first card that we're going to be checking out, which is an alien card. Straight up support out of nowhere. This has been years since the alien archetype has got any support. So all you alien fans, here you go. So anyways, it's a cell recombination device, and it is actually a really good card. So it's a quick play spell card that says target one face-up monster on the field. Send one alien monster from your deck to the graveyard, and if you do, place 8 counters on that monster equal to the level of the monster sent to the graveyard. The second effect is, during your main phase, except for the turn this card was sent to the graveyard, you can banish it from your graveyard, and you get to add one alien monster from your deck to your hand. That's an insane effect. Really, both those effects are definitely very viable. So not only Foolish is a monster, but then you get to place 8 counters on that monster equal to the level of the monster that was sent to the graveyard. And it doesn't have to be an opponent's monster. You can technically target one face-up monster. Generally you want to put it on your opponents, but we'll get into that in a second. Because this card, guys, is really crazy. And then we got to look at this card that everyone's talking about that's broken. But first, I kind of want to go over what the heck this is, because a lot of you guys probably didn't play back in the day when like aliens existed in this game. But anyways, here are some cards. Let's go ahead and just clear this. Here are some cards that I wanted to briefly talk about that are really decent. There is an alien brain control, essentially. So you select one monster with at least one 8 counter on it, you take control of it. Really no downsides in the sense of all 8 counters are removed from the monster, or that monster destroyed, you destroy this card. Don't worry about that, you're going to synchronically exceed, you do whatever you want with the opponent's monster. Really good things with this card. Unfortunately, it is a trap card, so it is technically a little bit slower. But you guys know, most of the cards that let you steal monsters, they're usually banned in the game, like Brain Control, Change of Heart. Like, a lot of those cards, they're a little bit fast. But this card is still technically a decent card, because keep in mind that card, it can't search out the card immediately, but it's still a decent card. And in addition to that, I saw that this card was kind of good too. So each time a face-up alien monster is destroyed, you get to place one 8 counter on this card. Once per turn, you can remove 2 counters from anywhere on the field, especially one alien monster from your graveyard. Bam! What, very little restrictions on that card. So you guys can see the deck is looking a little bit, kind of potentially good. Again, this is just one card support. If they come out with like 5 or 6 cards that are like on the same level as this, then we're looking at aliens potentially being meta. Guys, get your aliens ready. Because, no, seriously, like, I legit think that aliens, they have some really decent support. They only have like Golgars, they're like boss monster essentially, but like there's a lot of good alien cards. They have like a version of like a junk singer, like you summon it, then you summon another card. You can instantly make Golgar, and Golgar is really good. You can move 2 8 counters to enter on the field and destroy one card your opponent controls. But again, this card is really good. You gotta put 8 counters on the monster equal to level. You can throw out like, I don't know, like 8 counters on something. That's crazy. Again, we don't know what other support's coming out. Invasion of Chaos Invasion of Venom is looking to be a crazy good set, guys. In addition to that, there's another card that everyone's talking about, new Broken Solemn, it's the new Vanities, so to speak, and it is really good. Alright, so first off, we gotta go over the other card. It's called Doki Doki. It's a level 2 Earth, and it's got 500 attack, 500 defense. You can only use the effect of Doki Doki once per turn. You can discard one rock-type monster to special summon one rock-type monster from the deck with the same attribute and the level as the discarded monster in attack position or face-down defense position. So, you can go easy rank 2. That's easy access for that. In addition to that, though, at first I was like, wait, hold on, are any of the Fableds? I got really excited because I was like, well, it does say that they have to be Earth and Rock. So, if you guys go to the Fabled, you go to monster, and then you go to the attribute, you go to Earth, and then you go search, and none of the Fables. I got really excited. I was like, oh, discard the Fables. But is there anything that gets a bonus effect, guys, from discarding that's a rock monster? You guys let me know in the comment section below. But being able to get someone like the Quacky Mirrors aren't that bad, guys. Like, I know some of you guys are laughing, but yo, Quacky Mirror Guardian is still a pretty decent card. There's Sandman, there's the other one, the Quacky Mirror Wall. Like, those aren't bad cards. I don't think this makes Quacky Mirrors like tier 1, guys, but nonetheless, it's rock support. It's okay support, I want to say. But the more important card that we're here to really talk about, that is broken, everyone's talking about it. If you guys haven't seen this card on the forums, let me give you guys a better picture of it. And the picture, I know you guys can't read it anyways, but here's the effect of this card, which is Dimension Barrier. Absolutely, potentially game-breakingly, Cosmos Now maybe the best deck, because seriously, look at this card, guys. So normal trap card. You can only activate one per turn. Don't matter. The first effective is declare one monster card type. Ritual, Fusion, Synchro, Exceed, or Pendulum. For the rest of the turn, neither player can special summon monsters of the declared type. Also negate the effects of monsters on the field of the declared type. That is insane. Yo, I play Cosmos? Oh, yo, dude, you can't. I would even say main decking this, because unless you're playing Mirror Match Cosmos, oh, you're playing against Pendulums? Oh, no, man, no Pendulums. That completely shuts down the Pendulum player for the entire turn. For the most part. I'd say maybe they might have another set trap or something, but pretty much you throw this down, you're winning in Cosmos. Especially if they can't summon anything, you got that E-Tele Farm with Smack Once, Dark Destroy, like, you win the game. This card right here, I think, makes Cosmos go from like an already really good deck to an even better deck. And on top of that, guys, what about Monarchs? Monarchs can use this card as well. Two really meta decks right now can really utilize this. I know Monarchs, they kind of shut down the extra deck anyways, but now you're going to be able to shut down any potential, like, in the future we got Cyber Angels, right? That shuts down Cyber Angels. Any fusions. Shadal's come off the ban list in, 2020. Shadal's might be a thing. I don't know. But, like, you shut down, like, the entire deck. Like, I don't know. I think this card's pretty broken. If you are playing, game 2 and 3, you could just, you're maxing out on certain cards. And if you max out on 3 and you're playing a deck that can throw up a field and then just be like, oh, you play Synchros? Oh, no, man, no Synchros. This card, guys, is really broken against certain decks. I feel like it's not broken against everything. Like I said, Monarchs, Cosmos, two meta decks that don't even really bother with too many. I mean, occasionally you'll see them go for Exceeds or any Exceed-based decks, like Raid Raptors. You call it Exceeds, what are they going to do? Summon a card, send it to the grave? Okay, pass. There's so many decks that just instantly lose to this card, and it's for the entire turn, and it negates the other card's effects. So, like, if this effect wasn't already good enough, they're like, oh, let's just add more effects to it. Like, why can you only use one of them per turn? I only need one to activate it. But anyways, I feel like I'm ranting long enough about this card. I feel like, guys, again, I think it's pretty broken in some decks. Obviously, in all decks, I mean, if I'm playing Synchros, and you're playing, like, a fusion deck, then I can, like, completely destroy it. You're playing, I don't know, Luna Lights, that destroys that, even though I know the deck not meta. I know Fluffles, like, you shut down a certain deck. Like, it does have that potential to be, like, it's better than Vanity's Emptiness, because it doesn't even have to stay on the board. Like, this card, you only need really one turn to win in Yu-Gi-Oh! Anyway, so, like, the fact that, like, it only lasts a turn, don't worry about that. I think the card's really good. You guys let me know your thoughts on it in the comment section below. Anyways, I got a sweet replay that I want to share with you guys real quick, so I'm going to go ahead and swap overlays. There we go. Now you've got that camo over the bottom left. But let's go and just play out this replay. It's really cool. It's just straight up anime status, like, play over here. Like, you guys wouldn't be able to do this in real life. Like, you gotta have, like, well, you got max, so you can draw, like, 69 cards. But nonetheless, it's a really cool replay, and I think some of you fans, the Legendary Fisherman, like, no one played that card. It has a good effect. You guys will see how good the effect is. But I understand no one really playing this, in today's meta, and it totally makes sense just because it's just not a viable card in today's meta, especially because, like, again, with a lot of Synchro decks, you just, like, you only have, like, one turn, and your opponent has to have no back row, and they can't really stun you at all. But the thing is, like, dude, Black Wings is the best Synchro deck, I swear. Like, you pulled off Quasar and Black Wings in 2016 here. But he makes the Quasar over here. Someone, like, double Legendary Fisherman. And then he goes for the Legendary Fisherman number 3. And then he goes for a Powerful Dragon. And he one-shots him right here. Because Legendary Fisherman banishes, like, all the stuff. And then it's like, oh, your opponent takes double battle damage. So, an 8,000 attack, one-shot, one-punch man Quasar. Really cool stuff. That's actually a really difficult thing to pull off. I know a lot of you guys were like, hey, it ain't impossible. I even thought, I was like, no, it's really, 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 really hard to do it, guys. And I know that some of you guys really would like to see that. So there you guys go for that. But lastly, I know you guys looking at his deck go, what the heck is this? This deck is actually good, guys. He's playing, like, I don't know, he's playing a Happy Lover, like Shine Ball. But there's actually a video I've done on this. It's called Exodia Quasar. I'll link it down below if you guys want to check that out. But it's an Exodia Quasar deck. And yeah, it's really, really cool. To see some, like, interesting things, and again, like, it's probably like an off version of it where, like, he's playing, like, other fairies for I don't know what reason. There's Dark Factory, but, like, the deck was technically viable. I just wanted to mention it to you guys, but nonetheless, let me know, guys. Let me go swap back over. What do you guys think of this card? Do you guys think it's broken? I feel like it's broken again in certain decks. Cosmos, Monarchs, trying to think of what other deck doesn't like, I don't know, Boojins? Who play Boojins still? I know you kind of need stuff for Boojins, but, like, for the most part, like, in certain decks that don't really need to utilize the extra deck, you can just shut down your opponent for one turn. I mean, maybe not Boojins, because Boojin can't OTK that easy. I know they can, but it's a little bit more difficult. But I'm looking at Invasion of Venom, guys, and I'm thinking this is one of the more crazier sets in the game that we've gotten in a long, long time. We got alien support, we got new Cyframes, we got RO mages, we got like so many new things. I think this is going to be a really good set. Really looking forward to doing an unboxing of this later on when the set comes out. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Let me know what your thoughts are on this Dimension Bear. I think it's, again, is really, really, really good. And again, potentially kind of broken in certain decks. But those are my thoughts on it. You guys let me know your thoughts down below in that comment section. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and I'm signing out.